everybody, this is the website boy with tutorial number 8 on this JavaScript series. Now, today we're going to be talking about something called concatenating, all right? And it's basically putting stuff together in JavaScript, putting variables with strings and other things. It's going to be really cool, right? Now, for those of you that have not subscribed to my channel, this is how you do it, all right? Now, I just want to say one thing. Don't laugh about my pronunciation with concatenating, all right? Because I already looked it up on Google, right? So you can look it up and hear it from their voice, all right? They're always right, right? Wrong. Anyways, if you want to do everything like me, this is how you do it, right? Install Sublime Text and the Emmet plugin. That's how I roll right now. I might change it later on though. Now, for those of you that just use Notepad++, which is free for Windows, is fine, and Text Wrangler is free for Mac users. Those of you that love my videos, this is how you show me that you love me and that you love my videos, of course. All right, you don't have to love me, of course. Excuse me. But anyways, go ahead. You can download the exercise files at the websiteboy.com/snippets. And there I provide all the videos also, so you can also watch them there in my website. All right, there's gonna be huge one day. All right, so keep the support. Anyways, thank you so much for liking my videos. I really appreciate it. All right, and let me show you how this is done. All right, so let's go ahead and do some concatenating. Let's open up we're gonna do this a little different now because I think you guys are ready. You don't have to do this in every if you don't need if you don't want to. I'm just dragging this folder to my Sublime and I'm using it from there. What you can do is that you can open this up and you can drag the file in there and use it like that, or you can just go ahead and open the folder from your editor. You should be familiar with your editor by now, right? I'm just using it like this because I have all the files here that I need. So I'm gonna grab the blank.html and I'm gonna do a save as, and I'm gonna call it concatenating. Concatenating and save, right? So I have that file. Now what I want to do is I want to bring up a browser window, and I think I can do that from here. So if I right click on this, open in browser. So I actually can do that from Sublime. I just got to go ahead and open browser and it will open up that file for me. All right. So we're going to do it like this. It's easier now. So now let's say, for example, you have we want to say we want to tell a user thanks for coming or something into our website. We build this function, which later on we will, but right now I just want to show you how to put things together. So for example, we build a message right first and we say thanks, and we're gonna say thanks Mark because we grab the user's information into a variable and we put it into a variable, we're grabbing the value. So that's what we're gonna be doing later, and we put it into a variable called username, and then I'm gonna put another string here, an exclamation, right? Because I want to display that. So let's say, for example, I want to display this whole thing together in the screen, and I create a function, an alert function. All I have to do is write the variable and then use that addition operator and write the username and put the other variable in there. All right, and then if I refresh, I get a pop-up. Thanks, Mark. Actually, I forgot that. It would say, thanks, Mark. You see that? So now it did that. All right. Now, let's say, for example, you didn't have a space here, like I did. You see that? If I don't provide a space on that variable, it doesn't do it. But let's say I didn't have a space, I can actually create a space like this. Let me just make this a little bigger here so you can see. I can create what I'm in the other one right here. So I can create a space like this, put a string, and come back, and I have a space there. You see that? I can do that. And I can also do this. I can put a comma there and refresh and do that. So there are many things that you could do like that, right? So now let me show you another way of actually doing this. So let me just comment this whole thing out. Actually, I'm just gonna comment this alert. I'm gonna make another alert. I'm gonna use the same variables there. Actually, yes, I'm gonna use those variables for now. I want to alert. I'm gonna actually make a different variable, I'm gonna call this custom message. All right, and inside this custom message I want to put all this stuff in there, all these variables, and then I want to alert that custom message. And you already guessed what's gonna happen, but I'm just showing you that you can do this like this instead of putting everything inside this alert. So I'm gonna save it, refresh it, and you can see that we get that also there. All right, let me show you another way of doing it. So let me just, I'm gonna comment all this out. This time I'm gonna comment everything out. Let me just do it like this. I'm gonna comment all this out by selecting it and clicking command / or control / you can try that on your editor, it might do it. Or you can just put the / in front of the code and that will comment it out, or the / asterisk, which will comment everything out below that, and then you need to close it. So for example, I'm just showing you this real quick for people that don't know. Let's just take this out, for example, all this out, and I want to comment everything below. Very easy. / asterisk, and that comments everything below, comments everything out, I'm sorry. And then I can go ahead and close it here, and then it doesn't affect the bottom part. You need to close it so that it doesn't affect the bottom of some code. So that way you can do that. So I'm gonna use it right here, and I'm gonna use another alert, and on this one I'm gonna show you how to put some strings together. So the way we put strings together is like this. So we would say thanks, and then addition operator, and mark, and then the exclamation. We don't need to put a space there, and let's just close it right here at the end, and then we refresh and we say thanks mark. That's another way of doing it. Now I want to show you something else before we finish with this, is that if you go ahead, for example, and if you watch the tutorials before, when we did some math operation, you know that if we do 2 plus 2 and alert this out, use it, it adds the number automatically, right? But what if you put quotes around these twos? What do you think it would do? Remember now if you put quotes on these twos, you convert these integers, these numbers, into strings. And when you convert them into strings and you concatenate, look what happens. Refresh, and then you put both together because you concatenate it now. All right. So I'm trying to get that word together. Concatenating. I say it better like that, right? Don't make fun of me. You're probably laughing right now, but anyways. Now let me show you this. Another something else before you leave. Before we are done here. And let's say you have this number here, 4 plus this string and numbers. 4 plus equals 4 plus 4 equals, right? Now this whole thing becomes a string. Remember that automatically JavaScript converts everything on inside quotes into strings. But now we want to concatenate this with 4 plus 4 is 8, so I would say 4 plus 4. Can you guess what's gonna happen? Right? All right, let's just check it out. Refresh. What in the world just happened? That was weird, right? Really weird. Look at that. Refresh. Now there we go. Now we get the right code. But look at this. It actually, it didn't do, it just put everything together, right? Look at that. 4 plus 4 equals 48. It's supposed to give us 4 plus 4 equals 8 because we are adding it right here. But what happened? JavaScript, when JavaScript senses that when JavaScript has a string and you put anything after it, it converts everything into a string. All right. So if you concatenate numbers with a string, it will convert it into strings. What you need to do is you need to provide it a parenthesis. So you need to say like this. You need to put a parenthesis and say specifically, I want you to actually do the string and then concatenate these two numbers together, right? And not concatenate, add these two numbers together. So we save it and we refresh it. And now 4 plus 4 equals 8, as you can see there. So well, we don't need to actually come. So anyways, I hope I was able to show you some information here that was helpful to you. And if it was, please like the video so other people can watch it. And if you want to make a comment, if you have any questions, I'm here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to go to the next video, you're welcome to do so if it's available. You should check on the top of your video. It should have a next button there, or you should have a playlist on the right side. Thank you so much for watching again. This is the Website Boy, out.